It is said that for a warrior, the finest weapon is not the one in the hand. Rather, it is the trained mind. Because no matter how polished your skills, if your mind is unsteady, they can all desert you in the middle of a crisis when the stakes go high. Let us take inspiration from two thought-provoking tales. Once a young man won several archery contests. Proud of his victories, he challenged a Zen master famed for his skill. The youth began with an impressive demonstration. His first arrow struck a distant bullseye, and his second split the first one cleanly in two. With a smirk, he asked the old master if he could match that. The master was unperturbed. Without drawing his bow, he simply gestured for the young man to follow him. They began climbing a mountain. As they went higher, the path grew narrower and the air thinner. Finally, they reached a deep chasm over which lay a flimsy log. Without hesitation, the master stepped onto it. His breath was steady and eyes without any flicker of fear. Balancing himself over the abyss with unshaken focus, he drew his bow and aimed at a faraway tree. The arrow sliced through the air and hit the target with perfect precision. He then gracefully stepped back to safe ground and asked the youth to take his turn. The young archer looked down into the abyss and the fragile bridge beneath his feet. He stood frozen. He could not even lift his foot to take a step forward. The master smiled and said, "Your skill with the bow is undeniable, but you have little skill with the mind that governs your hands." That day, the young archer learned that mastering technique means little unless you have conquered the mind that guides it. Shree Krishna states, "Sannyāsastu mahabāho dukkham aptum ayogatah yoga yukto munir brahma nacha chirenādhigacchati." Let me read to you the purport from Bhagavad Gita for everyday living. The biggest enemy is our own mind. Shree Krishna states that on the one hand, as the greatest benefactor of the soul, the mind has the potential to give us the most benefit. On the other hand, as our greatest adversary, it also has the potential for causing the utmost harm. A controlled mind can lift us to great heights, whereas an uncontrolled mind can degrade our consciousness with the most ignoble thoughts. And the same truth is revealed in another tale. A man once climbed a remote, inaccessible mountain and was surprised to find a woman living there all by herself. He inquired what she was doing in such a deserted place. The woman explained that she had endless work to do, training 2 hawks, 2 eagles, 2 rabbits, working with a donkey, disciplining a snake, and taming a lion. The man again looked around and saw nothing. Confused, he asked, "Where are all these animals?" The woman smiled and replied, "These creatures are within me. The 2 hawks are my eyes, which look at everything good and bad. I have to work on them so they see only the good. The two eagles are my hands. They need to be trained not to hurt anyone. The rabbits are my 2 feet which want to run away from difficult situations rather than facing them. I have to teach them to remain steady. The donkey is always lazy and stubborn. That is my body which needs to be tightened. The hardest part, of course, is disciplining the snake, which is my tongue. It is locked in a cage with 32 bars, yet it always is eager to pour out poison on those who come near. I must tame it to speak softly, gently, and sweetly. I have a lion too. That is my ego, which considers itself a king, always wanting to rule and to control. I have to subdue it to become humble and self-demeaning. The woman's daily labor was the effort at self-mastery. It was the most important battle because until these creatures are trained, no skill, no position, no victory is truly safe. All of us have these animals within us. Our life's fundamental work is to train them all. Every triumph over the world, every medal, every title, every applause fades with time. But the day you conquer yourself, your fears, your sensory impulses, your restless mind, you claim a victory no circumstance can steal, no age can weaken, and no death can erase. Hence, the real competition is not in the outside arena, it's within us, in the silent space between our ears. For the senses you have tamed, the mind you have steadied, and the heart you have purified are treasures that travel with you beyond time, beyond place, and even beyond this life, as the soul's eternal wealth. Therefore, that is the only victory worth calling complete. And in that quiet inner kingdom, you will discover a freedom and strength the outer world can never give and can never take away. So ask yourself today, in the battlefield inside you, are you winning or are you not? Harvest every opportunity in life to proactively tame your mind. For victory in the outer world is temporary, but victory over the inner self is eternal.